In this lecture, I would like to discuss about the part of the chemical thermodynamic and the term it is fugacity. Fugacity is a measure of chemical potential in the form of adjusted pressure. It directly relates to the tendency of a substance to prefer one phase over the another. Actually, fugacity it is a measure of escaping tendency of the substance from one phase into the other phase, escaping tendency of the substance from one phase into the other phase. At a fixed temperature and pressure, water will have different fugacity for each phase. Water can be represented in three phases: solid water, liquid water, and vapor water. So solid water get converted to liquid water. So solid water has a tendency to goes into the liquid water, and liquid water has a tendency to be converted into the vapor water. So fugacity actually measures the escaping tendency of the substance. So let us see what is fugacity. What is fugacity, activity, and activity coefficient? Now we know that the chemical potential of the substance or of the constituent is given by. So chemical potential it is related to the partial molar volume here. So you can see the chemical potential of the ith component is given by. So this is a change in chemical potential with respect to pressure. It is equal to partial molar volume. This term it is called as partial molar volume. It is partial molar volume. Partial molar volume. So what is this change in chemical potential with respect to pressure at constant temperature and other moles of the constituents are constant, it becomes equal to partial molar volume. Now we can write this equation for the single component. If the system will consisting of only one component, then we can write the equation change in the chemical potential with respect to pressure at constant temperature, it is equal to this partial molar volume. Suppose that this is equation 1, where V bar it is called as a partial molar volume. Now we know that for ideal gases PV equal to nRT. So we can write here P into V upon N equal to RT, and this V upon N should be equal to here V upon N, it is equal to V bar, that is volume per number of moles, it is equal to partial molar volume. Volume per number of moles, it is partial molar volume. So we can write here P into V upon N, it is equal to RT. So PV bar it is equal to RT. So V bar it is equal to RT upon P. Now we can substitute this V bar into this equation. Okay. So here we can now write the equation in this way. You can see here. So let us put that term here. So delta mu upon delta P, okay, at constant temperature, it is equal to V bar, but V bar it is equal to now RT upon P. So this is equal to RT upon P. So we can write this now equation delta mu it is equal to, so taking this this is RT upon P, sorry, RT upon P. So it can be written as RT into dP upon P or delta P upon P. Okay, RT into delta P upon P. Now let us integrate this equation. So you can see here. So this is d mu or delta mu it is equal to RT into dP upon P. Integrating this equation, so we can get this integration of d mu, this is mu. So this is RT ln P, integration of this. It is ln P here, RT ln P plus C, that is a constant of integration. Now suppose when the standard state is considered, then pressure becomes equal to 1, and at that time mu equal to mu 0. When we consider the standard state, then pressure it is 1 atmosphere, so P equal to 1. Then mu, this chemical potential, it is equal to standard chemical potential. Okay, so then we can write here, let us put that value here. So mu it is equal to RT ln PP equal to 1, okay, plus C, okay, plus C here. So now this mu equal to mu 0 and RT ln, so therefore C it is equal to mu 0. So we can write this equation now, putting the value of the C. Then we are getting here this equation, mu equal to mu 0 plus RT ln P. So where mu it is a chemical potential and mu 0 it is a standard chemical potential. So it is equal to RT ln P. Okay, so this is equation 4 here. So this equation is applicable to only real gases. It is applicable only to ideal gases. It is applicable to only ideal gases. Now to apply this equation to real gases, the G.N. Lewis has introduced the concept of fugacity. He has introduced the term fugacity F. So in place of P, we can have to take here the term F here for real gases. So for real gases, this equation 4 can be written as mu equal to mu 0 plus RT ln F. RT ln F. This is for the real gases. So you can see here, see this mu equal to mu 0 plus RT ln F. Okay. So since and real gas is behaves ideally when the real gas will behave ideally, when the pressure tends to 0, it is nearly equal to 0, means pressure becomes very low, then fugacity becomes equal to pressure. Okay, so at this point when pressure tends to equal to 0, fugacity it is tends to P. Okay, so in this case the ratio of fugacity upon P, F upon P, is called as activity coefficient. Activity coefficient, it is denoted by the letter gamma. So it is the ratio of fugacity divided by pressure. It is fugacity to the pressure. Okay, so this is activity coefficient. So according to this, we can define the activity coefficient. So activity coefficient gamma can be defined as the ratio of the fugacity to the pressure of the gas. Okay, so in this way, we will get here the derivation for the activity coefficient, and we also get here the derivation of the this fugacity mu equal to mu 0 plus RT ln F. Okay, so let us see significance of fugacity. Now we know what is a fugacity. Fugacity measures the escaping tendency of the liquid, and we know the relation of the fugacity. So it is mu equal to, this equation has been derived by us, mu equal to mu 0 plus RT ln F. This is for real gases, RT ln F. Okay. Now, what is the significance of the fugacity? Suppose a system consists of a liquid mixture in contact with vapor. Okay. See now here, system consists of a liquid in contact with its vapor. In contact with its vapor. So these are vapors here, and this is the liquid, and this is a vapor in contact with vapor, gas. Okay, so in contact with vapor at constant temperature. Okay, now water molecule in liquid phase tends to escape into the vapor phase. It has a tendency to goes into the vapor phase. Water molecule has a tendency to goes into the vapor phase. Okay, uh, and similarly the vapor phase has a tendency to goes into the liquid phase. It is called as condensation. and the liquid phase has a tendency to goes into the vapor phase. It is called as a vaporization. Okay, now these two tendencies are equal at equilibrium. At equilibrium, the two tendencies becomes equal. Then we can say that the system is tends to attain a equilibrium. This system is going to attain a equilibrium. So it can be said that the state of the equilibrium is a point at which the escaping tendency of the constituent is same. Both the tendencies are same at the equilibrium stage. Okay, escaping tendency of the constituents are same. Okay, and this escaping tendency was termed as a fugacity by Lewis. What is fugacity? Fugacity, it is nothing but the escaping tendency of the liquid. Okay, and it is denoted by the letter F. So let us going to discuss this topic now, determination of fugacity. How the fugacity can be determined. We know the definition of the fugacity. We know the expression for the fugacity. Now let us see how the fugacity can be determined. Now the first method which is given here, that is a graphical method. Determination of fugacity by graphical method. So see here, we know that the fugacity of the real gas is always equal to pressure at very low pressure. Fugacity of the real gas, it tends to pressure actually at very low pressure. Both are same. At very low pressure, the fugacity and the value of the pressure are same. Okay, for real gas system. Now you can see the definition of the free energy. G, it is equal to H minus Ts. G, it is equal to H minus Ts. Okay, see here, and we know that H, it is equal to E plus PV. According to the definition of the enthalpy, H, it is equal to E plus PV. So let us substitute this into this equation. So we can write G, it is equal to E plus PV minus Ts. Now differentiate this equation. So we can write differentiation of this G, dG, it is dE. So this is P into dV plus V into dP. Then this is minus T into ds minus S into dt. Now in this equation, according to the first law of the thermodynamics, see this dE plus P dV, it is equal to TdS. According to the first law of the thermodynamics, dE plus P dV, it is equal to TdS. So let us substitute that TdS. Okay, so this TdS get cancelled. Then we can write here equation we are getting dG equal to VdP minus SdT. dG, it is equal to VdP minus SdT. So see here, at constant temperature dt equal to 0. If the temperature is constant, this dt becomes equal to 0. So therefore dG equal to VdP. Now we know that for ideal gas, V equal to RT upon P. According to this equation, PV equal to RT. Okay, so V equal to RT upon P. So we can substitute dG equal to RT into dP upon P. Now we know that this dP upon P, it is equal to derivative of ln F, as dP upon P, it is written as derivative of ln P. Okay, so derivative of ln P is dP upon P. But for real gases at very low pressure, this pressure becomes equal to fugacity. Pressure becomes equal to fugacity. Therefore, we can write this d ln F fugacity. So you can see here dG equal to RT. So this is d ln F. So therefore, we can write here RT into d ln F. It is equal to VdP. This is it is equal to VdP. RT into d ln F, it is equal to VdP. So we aware about this equation, RT into d ln f it is equal to v dp. So from this equation now we can write derivative of ln f divided by dp, it is equal to RT v upon RT. This equation can be rearranged as in this way: derivative of ln f upon dp it is equal to v upon RT. Okay, this is equation 4 here. Now we have to introduce here the new function alpha. Now alpha it is equal to RT upon p minus v. Alpha it is equal to RT upon p minus v. Actually, the difference between the alpha it is equal to volume of the ideal gas minus volume of the real gas. Okay. So in this case, volume of the real gas is V and volume of the ideal gas it is RT upon P. So this alpha it is equal to RT upon P minus V. Therefore, V it is equal to RT upon P minus alpha. So let us substitute this equation 5 in equation 3. In this equation, we can substitute this. Okay. RT derivative of ln f it is equal to V upon dP. So by putting that into the equation 3, we can write now RT into derivative of ln f, RT into derivative of ln f it is equal to RT upon P minus alpha into dP. Okay. So RT into derivative of ln f it is equal to, by simplifying this, RT into 1 upon P into dP minus alpha into dP. Okay. So this is RT get cancelled here on both sides. So derivative of ln f it is equal to 1 upon P into dP minus alpha upon RT, or divide RT on both sides. Divide, okay, divide RT on both sides. Okay. So we are getting this equation here, equation 6. So you can say derivative of ln f it is equal to 1 upon P into dP minus alpha upon RT into dP. Okay, equation 6. Now let us do the integration of this. On integrating equation 6, so integration of this equation 6, so it is 6, which between a low pressure it is 0, and at a given pressure P, at constant temperature, we are getting this equation here. So derivative of ln f it is equal to integration of 0 to P 1 upon P into dP minus 1 upon RT, integration of 0 to P into alpha into dP. Okay. Integration of equation 6. You can see the equation 6 here. Okay. So integration of d ln f it is equal to ln f. This is integration of 1 upon dP into dP, it is ln P. Okay. Integration of this 1 upon P into dP, it is ln P. Now this is minus 1 upon RT, integration of 0 to P alpha into dP. This is equation 7. So in this way we derive the fugacity here. We derive the equation for the fugacity. Ln f it is equal to ln P minus 1 upon RT, integration of 0 to P into alpha into dP. Now in order to evaluate the value of the fugacity, the calculation of the fugacity, or in order to evaluate the value of the fugacity, we should know the value of integral. This should be known to us, value of integral 0 to alpha into dP, this 0 to alpha into dP, this integration. This value may be obtained by plotting a graph of alpha upon RT versus P. So we can have to plot the graph of alpha upon RT versus P. This graph should be plotted, okay, to obtain this integration, to obtain this value of the integration. Okay. Now in this graph, the area under the curve between p equal to 0 to p equal to p gives the value of the integral. Hence, the value of the f can be easily calculated. So you can see the nature of the graph here. So this is the value of the integral by plotting the graph of alpha upon RT. This alpha upon RT versus this pressure. So this is from p equal to 0 integration and p equal to p. Okay. So we are getting this value here, integration of 0 to p. Okay. And integration of 0 to p, and that is that equation it is given here, integration of 0, alpha into dp. So this value can be obtained here. This integral value can be obtained here, alpha into dp. So once we know this equation, then we can determine the fugacity ln f. Okay, ln f it is equal to ln p minus this is equation 1 upon RT, integration of 0 to p alpha into d. So by plotting this graph, this is the graphical method, this area under this shaded line gives the value of this integral value of this integral alpha into dp. Okay, p equal to 0 to p equal to p. And by putting this value here, we can easily calculate the fugacity. So in this way, by graphical method, the value of the fugacity can be calculated. Once again, I would like to show to you how the equation becomes derived here. Very simple it is. By knowing the definition of the free energy, we can calculate the value of the fugacity. So in this way, this is the final equation we obtain here. ln f it is equal to ln p minus 1 upon RT, integration of 0 to p into alpha into dp. This is equation 7. So in this way, we can determine the fugacity by graphical method.